If emotional or physical healing leaves us unable to work for a period of time, how can we stop worrying about money and trust that we'll be taken care of while we heal?
It's a tough spot, but what can help is shifting focus toward believing that healing is part of what allows abundance to flow. Sometimes releasing worry opens us to unexpected support, whether from community, opportunities, or even creative solutions we wouldn't see if we were stuck in fear. So, part of that trust is knowing that prioritizing healing might actually allow the next steps to take care of themselves.
And how do we know the difference between genuinely needing rest and healing versus avoiding responsibilities because we're afraid or overwhelmed?
A good starting point is tuning into how your body feels. When you genuinely need rest, there's often a sense of depletion or a deep knowing that recovery is necessary. On the other hand, avoidance often feels like restlessness, guilt, or mental chatter pulling you away. When in doubt, it's okay to balance both. Take small steps toward responsibilities while giving yourself permission to rest when it's truly needed.
And what about when we're feeling like a little bit of low grade, unease, tension, heaviness, just basic crappiness, that might not be that strong, but because it's been ongoing for a while, it's sort of chronic and it's sort of depleting us, and we don't want to maybe be stepping out into the real world too much with and facing too much responsibility purely because we just don't want to add anything else to the crappy feeling while we're healing. We want it to dissipate, not be adding more to it while we're trying to heal.
It makes total sense. When you've got that low grade heaviness, it's like you're running on a half empty battery. So the idea of adding more weight on top feels exhausting. In these times, it's really okay to prioritize your inner space. You're not avoiding life, you're creating a buffer so you can recharge. As that heaviness dissipates, you'll naturally feel more capable of stepping back out, one small step at a time.
Yeah, great. And the financial struggles themselves, they can be part of the healing journey too. Like, and what are they trying to teach us?
Exactly. Financial struggles, as tough as they are, can reveal a lot. They might teach us resilience, resourcefulness, and trust in our own ability to navigate uncertainty. Sometimes they push us to reassess what we truly value, or they challenge us to ask for help and realize we're not alone. In the end, these struggles often strengthen our sense of inner worth beyond external circumstances.
And I guess the feeling of not having enough money also means that we need to focus on the feeling of what it would feel like to have enough money coming in, the comfort, the security, the freedom of all the choices that we could make if we had, extra $100,000 coming in a year. We need to learn to practice that and but balance that with the healing at the same time because while we've got too much resistance in our body, we're not going to be able to open up to too much abundance, but we still can start like creating that abundant feeling on top of the resistance because as the resistance lowers, then more of that abundance will come. And I guess too, feeling the abundance can sometimes heighten the resistance, which also shows us where that resistance is to heal maybe a bit quicker rather than the slower path, if that makes sense. It can hasten up our emotions, so it can maybe hasten up our need to heal and our ability to focus.
That absolutely makes sense. You're describing a really powerful balance. When we start imagining that feeling of abundance without forcing it, but gently allowing it alongside our healing, it's like we're giving ourselves a lighthouse. The resistance you feel shows where old patterns are. Practicing those feelings of security and freedom can gently invite more ease. As the resistance fades, you naturally make space for more abundance. And yes, sometimes that contrast helps us heal faster because it's showing us where we need a little more compassion and focus.
And what are some ways that we can remain open to receiving support from life and the universe while we're not feeling great, while we're still healing?
One way is staying open to small synchronicities, little signs that life is supporting you. Even when you're not feeling great, notice any gentle gestures, whether it's someone offering help, a moment of calm, or even a tiny opportunity. Also, don't hesitate to ask for help, whether practical or emotional, because staying receptive, even in small ways, reminds you that you don't have to do it all alone.
Do you mean ask the universe to help? Like, what about those people that don't feel comfortable asking others for help?
In that case, it's more about inviting trust in your own connection to life. You can ask the universe in a quiet, internal way, setting an intention, journaling, or simply being open to unexpected ease. Sometimes this is about self reassurance, letting yourself believe that solutions can arise when you're not forcing them. It's less about asking for favors and more about trusting that life can flow toward you too.
And does a lot of worrying about survival and money slow down the healing process? I guess all that worry can, can't it?
It absolutely can. Worry ties up a lot of energy, physically and emotionally. When we're caught in survival fear, it's like a constant tension that slows our body's natural healing rhythm. So, the more we consciously calm those worries, even bit by bit, the more we free up space for healing. It doesn't mean ignoring reality, but it's about cultivating trust in yourself and life so you're not adding extra weight to the healing journey.
Okay, and trying to feel ease in ourselves, which is the opposite of dis-ease.
Exactly. Finding those moments of ease, whether through breath, small joys, or just giving yourself permission to pause, helps shift that inner state. When you cultivate ease, even in small ways, you're signaling to yourself that healing is possible. And that's the opposite of dis-ease. Over time, that ease can become a foundation for both healing and abundance.
And what role does surrender play in healing when we don't know how our financial needs will be met?
It's a delicate dance, isn't it? Surrender doesn't mean ignoring practical realities. It means acknowledging that you're doing your best with what's in front of you, while releasing the grip on what you can't control. Surrender might look like trusting that step by step you'll meet each challenge with resourcefulness. It's letting go of the constant how and making space for solutions to emerge, even if you can't see them yet.
Yeah, I guess, and that we'll always be able to handle whatever's given to us in life to handle, or else we wouldn't have been given it. Do you agree with that?
I do think there's a lot of strength in that perspective. It's not about believing life is always fair, but trusting that you have the inner resilience to face what comes. Each challenge can be a teacher, and even if it's hard, you do have the capacity to grow through. So, yes, there's a quiet confidence in knowing you'll find your way, step by step.
Yeah, and that all negativity in our life is just a chance to try and sort of turn it into neutral or love love for the situation, the person, or if we can't love the situation or the person, give ourselves love, which we should be doing anyway, but give ourselves that extra love if we can't put that towards a person or situation if it's intolerable, but then we've only got left to give that love to ourselves even more.
Absolutely. Not every situation or person will be something we can feel love for, and that's okay. In those moments, redirecting that compassion inward is a powerful act. Giving yourself that extra love is not selfish. It's actually what fuels your ability to move forward. By finding neutrality or self love when external love isn't possible, you're creating a space where healing and peace can grow.
Yeah, great. Awesome. Thanks.